Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Going for a head shave today and a face shave. As you can see, I've got a shit ton of growth on my face and way more than is required on my head. I'm going to be using a razor that I've been hanging out for. I've known it's been coming for a while. It has already been reviewed and used on YouTube already, but I'm actually looking forward to it, and I've had a bit of a surprise with it, if I'm honest. Now, the razor is from a company called Tatara. Now, they are based out of Portugal, which is a big win for me, as Portugal is my adopted nation of soccer or football, and Scotland are total crap. I don't get to watch them in the major tournaments, so I chose a team which I could watch in the major tournaments, and I ended up with Portugal. At the time, through watching Luis Figo, and now, luckily enough, when Ronaldo came along, that all sort of panned out as well. That is where you can find Tatara razors there, tatararazors.com. Now, this is a beautiful box, it really is. For what it is, it's nice thick cardboard and a cork insert. Now, I'll just lift that up, my lovely pink cast. Fuck knows why I went pink. It was just a laugh really, wasn't it? Hopefully it'll be the last time I break my arm. So, quite difficult to open one-handed, sort of. But I will try. So as you can see, the box is starting to come out. That is a little tab there. I'm just going to slide that straight off, hopefully. There we go. I should have really done this in a separate video. But, to be fair, Kevy Shaves, if you want to see this video up close and personal, did a cracking video unboxing and everything. But, let's just see. So, it comes like that. And what you do is you pop this little card off here, which has some instructions on the back and some... There we go. Based in Porto, Portugal, we're a team of 3 friends and mechanical engineers passionate for the product development who came together in September 2016 to dream, design and develop Tatara's shaving products. I'll just let you have a read of that. Now, there's a little bit more information that I found online with regards to the design of the razor, the names and all that, but it's just difficult having one arm. It really is. It makes things last so much longer to try and search for things and do things. So I'm just going to get into the nitty gritty of the actual shave now. That is what the razor looks like inside. First impressions. I'll be completely 100% honest, when I first saw this razor on the website, it looks ugly. When I seen Kevy unbox it and use it, it still looked ugly. When I open the box here and I pull this razor out, I don't know why, but for some reason I like it. I like the feel of it. It's got a lovely feel, it's got a nice sort of satin finish. These little knurling sort of indents, balls, little dents here, actually offer quite a bit of grip. The handle, I thought the handle was going to be too long, but it feels nice. It is quite a long razor, but where I grip would be about there, it's quite comfortable to hold. The finish and fit on it are absolutely exceptional. Now, I haven't opened this up yet. This will be the first time opening it now. I am going to use the razor blade that is in it, or comes in the package, which are feather blades. But I have to say, I'm really impressed. You'll have to accept my apologies with regards to my nails. They need a cutting, and as you can imagine, having one hand makes it quite difficult to cut both hands' nails. But it's so debilitating when you take something away from you you've had all your life. I couldn't imagine losing my sight or my hearing, or losing a limb. It really does affect you, even though this isn't even a major issue. But yeah, beautiful looking razor. Now, this has 0.9 of a mil blade gap. The closest razor I have in terms of that is the point. So there is the, I'll just see if I can get that to focus. There we go. Is that focused? This is really hard. There we go. So this part here actually goes into the razor, into the head. So as you can see, it's got a massive thread on it. But you can see how that, there's a gap all the way around the screw. Now what that does is it centres the top cap. So when that slots into that gap, your top cap can only go in one place, so it should really put the razor blade absolutely spot on in the middle. Now there is the base cap, the other side of it, with the Tatara T logo, and underneath the top cap, which is impeccably machined, there's no marks on there at all, looks phenomenal. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull one of these out of the package, which is a feather blade. Is that upside down? I think it is. Is that upside down? Yeah, it is. There we go. Feather blade. First use obviously, because this is brand new out of this box here. I'm going to be careful with this. The problem with feathers is they're single wrapped and they are extremely sharp. All razor blades are sharp, but these just seem to have a sharpness over and above. So that is the razor blade there. I'll just hold it that way. So I'm going to put that onto the top cap, which is lying top down on my towel. And I'm going to get the base plate, pop the base plate over the top of it until it sort of locks in. And then what I do is I put the handle on, start turning. I tell you what, the actual threading is smoother than the carve. Right. So better. There we go. So that is the blade loaded. And as you can see, that blade gap is impeccable. There is ever so slightly a little bit of overhang on the sides there, as you can see. But all in all, I'm really impressed with it. I'm surprised I like the look of it. I'm really surprised I like the look of it. It's one of those things that looks shit to my eyes on pictures and on videos. But when you get it in your hand and you feel the size of it and the weight and the look of it, it's actually quite a nice looking razor. I think it will surprise a lot of people. It's one of those ones you've got to really get hold of it to actually see its beauty and see what it looks like. But to be fair, it's all about the shave. So what I'm going to do is wet my head. Soap of choice today, I've went for a double whammy. Now, I can't lather this soap for the life of me. But what I'm going to do is use it as a pre-shave. But before I do that, I'll be back in a second. I'll be back. I just had to go and grab the sling because, albeit this is much more comfortable, it's not as painful. It's very heavy, and when you haven't been able to use your joints for a while, as you normally do, it becomes quite fatiguing. So I'm just popping that on just to make things a little bit easier for me for the shave. So let's just wet that again. Now I've got a shit ton of growth. I've got absolutely, I haven't soaked this puck of soap, that is the Williams mug soap. So I'm going to use this as a pre-shave like I just said. So let's just start rubbing it all over. I say a pre-shave, it's really, this will work very similar to Phoenix, the Cube, Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, the Cube, with regards to hopefully enhancing the lather. I was going to do an all Portugal shave, but because I'm struggling to lather from a tub of soap, I thought it made more sense to leave that until I've got two hands. I have been thinking about ways of actually lathering up a tub of soap. Right, the brush, both whiskers, 25mm fan knot, Blackpool fan, and this has got a purple haze handle. I think this is the Iliad handle, I think. Can't remember, memory's crap. So I'm just going to dip that in the water now. Flick out most of the excess, and I'm going to be using Head Slick because it's nice and easy to use. I'm just going to squirt a dollop, quite a good sized dollop, that's way too much, and then get stuck in with the brush. I'm just going to dip the tips. Now Head Slick shaving cream lathers up absolutely amazingly well. It may not because of the amount of hair growth I've got at the moment, but generally it lathers up amazing. You can use it with or without a brush. It's very, very slick, given the name as well, Head Slick. It's very protective. It's got a little bit of menthol in there for the cooling sensation. Doesn't smell too great. It's got no parabens, no sulfates, no phthalates. It's got nothing really bad for you in it. It's a natural product. So I think this might be a good use for the Williams. That's my theory anyway. Right, I'm not going to mess about with it anymore. I know it needs a lot more water than that. I'll just give it a big dip, one last big dip. I don't want it being too dry. It's a new razor. I want to make sure I've got as much protection as I can. It is a bigger blade gap than I'm used to that I normally use. Like I say, the Carve Christopher Bradley C plate is one of my go-tos. It's got 0.085 blade gap, so 0.05 less than this razor. But got to bear in mind as well, I have used things like the R41, and I've used every single plate on the Carve as well. So there's the brush. It's not loaded up like it would normally be, but that's because I've got so much hair on my head, I can't create as good a lather. Right, the Tatara Masamune Nodachi. It's the first time I've actually mentioned the name, but that's what it is. The Nodachi, it's the latest razor, 0.9 blade gap. Let's see how it feels with the grain. Now Kevy Shaves reckons this is the smoothest razor he's possibly ever used. Nice light touch. There's quite a bit of weight in this razor. For head shaves I do prefer a longer handle as well, so it's ideal for that. It was one of the main reasons why I enjoyed the R41 for head shaves as well, because of that slightly longer handle. With the Carve razor, it's actually blocking up a little bit, but that's because this cream is so thick, the lather. That's clearing out nice and easy. So 0.9 blade gap, I wouldn't just, if you said to me it was 0.9 blade gap, I wouldn't think it'd be a super aggressive razor, but I wouldn't think it'd be a mild razor. I think it'd be sort of middle of the road, bit of aggression. So there we go, but this feels extremely smooth and comfortable. Now this is going to take a long time, this shave, I've got to say. I'm not going to fast forward it, I'm just going to leave it as is. You see what I get. This is a one-handed shave. Yeah, it's definitely clearing out quite nice. I was surprised there, I thought it was going to keep clogging up. It just seems to be that one sort of thing. You can see how much hair is going in there. So it's going to struggle no matter what. Let's see if I can get into the ear here. Pretty difficult to get in there, I've got to say. You can see that lather is lovely and dense. It's so smooth. It It really is a very smooth shaver. Is it smoother than the carve? I won't really know, to be honest, until I get to the face shave. But so far, just based on what I've used so far, it's an extremely smooth shaving razor. Precisionally milled, it looks beautiful. It's very, very comfortable to hold. Yeah, I should really have taken this hair down a bit with the trimmers, but it gives you a real good idea of how this razor will shave a shit ton of hair. This isn't the sort of shave that you would be doing every day, that's for sure, unless you've got shockingly fast hair growth. I'm just going to empty this. God, you know, I really don't want to send this down the drain. So much hair. I suppose it's got to go somewhere. I'm just going to do that, and then just as I'm filling the sink, use the tap to rinse off the razor as I'm filling it. So it'll be interesting to see whether I actually stick to the same feather blade for my face shave, or whether it's going to work out better to switch it up and pop a brand new blade in and get that brand new experience. I may just try this one, just see how it feels. If it feels okay, I may just roll with it. So far, I'm quite impressed. But I have to be honest and say the thing that's impressed me most so is the fact that the look of this razor in person is actually very, very nice. On pictures and on videos it doesn't do itself justice. It's not a pretty looking razor for some reason, but when you get it in your hands, it's a stunning little razor. Very, very well made. And so far, it's really taming this feather blade. I can definitely see what Kevin means with it being smooth. Certainly one of the smoothest shaves I've had in my head so far. For a long, long time. I know it's not finished yet. It's a new razor. I'm expecting nicks and cuts and weepers and all the other crap that goes along with it. But so far, that's been an excellent shave. I'm just going to start filling the sink up a bit. Yeah. It's nowhere near BBS or anything, but it's It's knocked that first bit of growth down very comfortably. Just dry the hand, and then we'll use what's in the brush here. Hopefully there's enough here that I can get a bit of a lather going. Oh yeah, loads. Just going to dip the tips. You can see the lather building now. I don't have all that hair on my head. Makes such a difference. I'm really looking forward to the face shave now. Right, the Tatara Masamune Nodachi. Second pass against the grain with a brand new feather blade. So what I'm doing here is I'm just letting the top cap rest on my head, tilting the angle forward just a little bit until I feel the blade a little bit. And I'm just pulling it back, so I'm not actually using any force. Here's the problem with one hand. I've got to put the razor down to have a bit of a feel. Feels just a little bit like it's jumping, but I think part of the problem is I've got a bit of, not fear, I've certainly got some apprehension. Using one hand, it's actually quite significantly more difficult. And I'm not going to get a BBS shave, it's just not going to happen, it's quite hard. So it's just nicely that group, just at the right height. Right, it's probably as good as I'll get it. Let's just have a bit of a feel. Oh, I definitely missed a bit right there. Overall, it's pretty good. Pretty happy with that. I'm just going to touch my crown up just a little bit. The lather once again is maybe just a little bit too dry. I'm just going to just do a little bit sideways. And that's pretty good. Pretty impressed with that. I say, I wasn't expecting a BBS head shave, to be honest. I was expecting a good head shave. No doubt I'll have a few cuts, a bit of blood somewhere. Then again, maybe not, I don't know. I'd be very surprised if I didn't. There's a tiny bit of blood there, but that could be from a little spot that I've got down the bottom of my neck. I don't know, I'm going to leave that as is. So, head shave done and dusted with the Tatara Masamune Nodachi 0.95 blade gap, 0.9 blade gap, not 0.95. I'm going back to my timeless razors age. Yeah, it's really surprised me. Not only just the shave was wonderful for what it is first time. I mean, that's really close. I've got no nicks or cuts or weepers. The cream and the Williams actually worked very well, to be honest. And yeah, I'm just really impressed with this razor. I think it's a stunning looking razor. I'm surprised I actually like the look of it, I have to be honest, because I thought I was going to hate the look of it. I thought that was the thing that was going to make me not enjoy it, the look, even though the shave is the most important part. It has to look nice as well, and surprisingly in the hand it looks very nice. It feels great, it's got a good weight, good balance, and it's beautifully machined, it really is. Yeah, got one spot of blood, one. And that's it, done and dusted. Soaps today were Williams Mug Soap as a sort of pre-shave, Head Slick for the main lather, and the Wolf Whiskers Purple Haze with the 25mm Black Wolf fan knot. That's me done and dusted. I'm going to head over to the face shave and get stuck in. Catch you guys next time. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive. And I'll see you guys in the face shave. Cheers.